pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first item on the agenda is to ratify the agenda. Do we have any additions, deletions? I'd like to add building and grounds equipment request. Is there anything else?
Do we have to mention anything about the meeting next Thursday? At 2.
Okay. Yep,
Thursday, October.
16th, 6 p.m. Nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended
So moved.
by Commissioner White,
Second.
by Commissioner Claris. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Minutes. Approval of the previous minutes. You have in front of you the September 4th meeting. Any corrections?
I'll make a motion to approve.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Claris. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Accounts payable. You have in front of you the accounts payable bills.
There's another set of minutes, I think. We have two sets.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
They were just
Okay,
in.
they're after the thing. So, okay, you also have in front of you minutes from the September 16th meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the September 16th meeting minutes.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay, now we'll go to accounts payable.
One question I had was this claim voucher for the Youth Correctional Center, was that in the set of bills, or is that an addition that we need to
It's in
visit
there.
about?
No, the claim voucher for youth corrections will need to add.
Okay,
We received it, I want to say yesterday or Friday. We
Okay.
received it Friday.
What are your wishes?
I move to approve the accounts payable with including the bill for the correct, or for the Youth Correction Center.
Okay, by Commissioner Franchuk, do I have a
I'll
second?
second that.
By Commissioner Claris, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carried. Thank you. Park Board Commission items, action items. We've got a couple bills that we approved.
Yep.
Mr. Commissioner Marsh, you want to take those?
Those bills are on the ones you already approved.
Okay, so we need two items. We need the the livestock 30 by 100, and then confirmation of the park board appointment. I see that's on there, so.
Okay, we made a recommendation to approve $150,000 for a building for the basically stalling and keeping animals in to complement our other building we're building. So, I think it's,
That's to come out of the, what, Special Projects Fund from the Park Board, is that correct?
yes.
Same fund that the building is
Like the
coming out
building
of. Is
came from, yes.
Okay.
that a motion?
No, that's what was recommended
Okay.
from the, so I guess we'd be looking for a motion if somebody wants to make, I'll make that motion, yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead, and I'll second.
Okay. Any other discussion on that item? Hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote. Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner White?
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Chair votes aye.
And the second order of business was putting Dustin Elkins onto the park board. Jason Voss has left that position, so we need to fill it, so.
Sure.
No, it's not. Thank you. So, I guess I'll make a motion to accept Dustin Elkins as a new member on the park board.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
by Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Now you're on here officially. Thank you. Thank you for your willingness to help out. Okay, you're a service award.
I just realized I forgot it on the corner of my desk.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Gee,
It was from a month ago anyway.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
but
you're
we-
getting the recognition. Your name's up there.
yes, so we would, we do have a certificate of recognition to our state's attorney Amanda Inkelstead for her 10-year service to Stark County, so thank you and congratulations. Okay, reports. Sheriff, do you have one?
I do not. I do personally prepare that report for you guys. My computer is not functioning. Kelly had assured me, or has assured me, that he'll get me with me this afternoon, and I will get that emailed to you guys if we are able to get that up and running, and I think we will. It's basically caught up in this migration that we're doing to 360 or whatever it is. Not computer savvy, but I would just like to mention, obviously, we had that large incident down in Carroll's Trailer Court that we assisted with, assisted the PD with a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, that made the news, and that's now in Miss Engelsted's office, so not the kind of things we want to see in our community, obviously. Is getting to be the way of the world. I will say we are responding to far more violent calls this year than we have in the past, so you know, whether that's aggravated domestic situations or things like that, it just seems like violence is on the rise again, and that obviously goes in cycles. I've been doing this job for over 20 years, and it seems like it comes and goes. Hopefully it goes again. Evictions and foreclosures is another thing that seems to be a little bit on the rise in our area. We had one out in Gladstone last week that again, for those that don't know, evictions is probably one of the most dangerous things we do in law enforcement, and this one was rather hairy as well. He had all the doors screwed shut, and you know, when you're standing there on the other side trying to beat that door down and get in, you have no idea what's on the other side, so or coming through the door at you for that matter. So interesting dynamic, so our guys handled it very well. We were able to accomplish what we needed to do. Unfortunately, in this particular situation, it was a duplex, and the people on the other side of the duplex were paying rent to the individual who owns the duplex, and he was collecting their money and not paying the bills, so they got evicted as well. So, you know, you have some rather innocent people and their children who had to leave the house, so we tried to work with the ownership group to get them back in there and make a deal with them, but ultimately I don't know how that turned out. But just the things we have to deal with, unfortunately. So, any questions?
Any questions for the sheriff? Hearing none, thank you. County Road Report, Mr. Miller.
Morning, Commissioners. Todd Miller, Road Superintendent. Under road crew operations, we're currently out blading roads since we had some moisture. We're also out doing weed mowing operations as well, and that's going very well. They're down by Leffer, making their way back towards Highway 10 today. They'll get that all done on the Enchanted Highway. Hauling gravel and material, we've completed Gladstone and Leffer areas. We're currently in the Richardson area and Antelope area doing that, and then we'll move over to Belfield here in probably a week, hopefully. And then we'll do some graveling here in the Dickinson area as soon as 110 and 33rd project is complete. Culvert replacement, we did we had Cody Wall and Jake Van Dorn. They were out doing culverts like usual, and they did a really nice job on putting in 3 brand new 48-inch by 40 near the Ron Holtz farm. Currently, the ones that were in there are all rusted up and needed to be replaced. Up on the screen is Stark and Grant County bridge replacement has been completed. You can see what the bridge looked like, and then once that was done, I think the next slide is what it is today. Putting in 2 5-foot diameter pipe, and that was all done by Stark County. Grant County did bring a scraper over, which helped us out tremendously, and they operated it. Actually, the road superintendent from Grant County actually ran it for a while, and then he handed it over to Keith Vaughan to take over the rest, and so that went well. That's completed, and then on another project, that's what the road looks like there at the Grant County road that we redid with the bridge replacement. So everything looks good and turned out really good. Projects that are going and completed, 131st south of Belfield from 40th to 41st. I hired Libic Construction to cut down a snow problem hill, and he's completed that as well. And then we also hired him to do another hill that was a snow problem north of Richardson on 83rd by Ken Forster out to Bill Butterfield's place. And then that being said, I'll get that down to the request of speed reduction, and that's one of the areas that we need to reduce the speed. But 131st Avenue is complete except for the fencing. That'll be done shortly as soon as the fencer is available, and that's the first 2 miles right south of the gas plant. And then the South Harbor Bridge replacement is completed as well, finally. And then fencing has been requested by the landowner to fence it next year. He would like the grass to get established before we do that. And I said, that's no problem there. So we'll get that taken care of next spring. And then 110th and 33rd project is in progress right now. They were laying culverts last week, and I think they started road construction itself this week. Rest of the projects here, I think Andrew, he'll touch base with you guys on the West Broadway project. And then I also have 2 requests for speed reduction locations, and one is on 131st from 34th to 33rd. They would like it go to 25 miles an hour. It's currently at 55 right past their place. I recommend to go to 25 for that location. They have grandkids, and they're just right close to the road, and it's a lot of oil field activity there. And then the other location is the one I talked about that we had redone up there by Ken Forster's place and Bill Butterfield's road to 35 miles an hour. And I guess I'm looking for an approval for you to go ahead and do that.
On both of those.
Yes.
Thoughts,
I
comments?
would make that motion to reduce those
Okay, thank you.
2 speed limits.
Do we have a second?
It going from 55 right to 25?
Well, those, right where the signs will be is, it's not you're right at an intersection, so then it'll change right at that intersection to 35, and the same with the other location as well. So there's no requirement for speed reduction.
I'm just going by your recommendation, and I think that's a good idea.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Sheriff's good with that? Okay. All right, all in favor of the speed limit changes on those two requests signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Commissioners. We'll get those put up as soon as we can. And then the other thing is, I got for the Belfield shop, replacement for the 3 exterior walls on the outside. The bid came in for $45,717. I guess it's a quote, not a bid, but anyway, just need to transfer from the capital improvement, to take it out of the capital improvement. Need a motion from you guys to do that.
So this is the outside skin?
Correct, and it's just for the 3 outer walls on the west and north and east side. The old windows are still in there. We redid the interior with insulation, and so then would like to get that done.
Yeah, because we spent some money on that. Was it last year or the year before?
I think it's 2 years now for the interior, and that was supposed to be done already, but did not get done, so.
Okay. Thoughts, questions?
I'll make a motion to approve that. I've seen that. There you see daylight through some of them areas. It's rusted.
Okay. And do you want to make it to come out of capital improvements fund?
That's correct, yep.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner White. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye.
And then the
Motion carries.
second one is the heating system at the Dickinson shop. The software for that runs that computerized system, and to replace that is $34,600. That's been in since the shop has been built back in 2007, and in ordinary to get the heating system up to date and running. I mean, it runs, but ordinary to do any updates, the software is no more available. So I guess we need to update all that, and that's what it takes to change all the computer cards and software to run it.
Wow.
So we did recently do this to the courthouse, with the software update. Lana, do you know if he took it out of the building and maintenance budget, or if it was out of?
But that was part
IT?
of the update we did,
Yeah.
wasn't it? When we went
But the recent ones have just been small ones, and those have been coming out of the IT budget.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure about this being necessarily a capital improvement. I didn't know if you just wanted to add this on to amend IT's budget to just
Yeah, well,
include
my
this.
first question is do you have money in your budget left for this year to do it?
Possibly.
Possibly, okay.
It's 4850, right?
No, it's.
There's two of 'em.
There's two of them.
Two of them.
You
One
gotta
was for
merge,
45.
Add them both.
Yeah.
And that ETS, they're the proprietary people on this. It's their system.
It's their
So
system.
we are locked into them pretty much,
Yes.
unfortunately, yeah. Okay.
Note on that, yeah, the systems of all, they're just outdated, most of it is software that needs to be updated. Like everything else got way behind times.
Okay,
And it's 34,600
34,600,
For the total?
for the both, yeah.
okay.
I guess I'd make a motion to spend the $34,600 to update the software for the heating system at the county shop.
Okay, so should we try to do first out of the road department? If that doesn't work, have the.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
The IT, you want to do it that way? or-
Sure.
Okay, that makes sense? Okay, do we
I'll
have a
look at it
second?
with Todd.
Okay.
I'll second. I think, well, didn't Dean second it? initially.
You second already?
No, that was the other. that was the
Commissioner
other-
Claris
that was the-
seconded it?
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk?
Aye.
Commissioner White?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried.
Thank you, Commissioners. That's all I have.
Okay.
Unless you guys have any questions, concerns. Okay, thank you.
Any questions? No. Okay, we'll move on to county engineers. KLJ Andrew is here this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Give you a brief update on our projects. So our roundabout project, it really isn't much new to update on that. We still had the 2 landowners signed and we're still working on the 3rd one for the easement. And we're waiting on the DOT for comments on our environmental document. Our box culvert west of South Hart, as Todd mentioned, that project's complete. We had the final inspection on September 11th. So progressive estimate 2 and 3 were both submitted to the DOT and approved. And now we're waiting on some paperwork from Schwartz as we're working through the project final. Our West Broadway Street overlay project, so this last month they did start the project. They paved it. They finished the topsoil last week, and then it rained, so they're just waiting for it to dry out a little bit to seed it. They were hoping to do that today. Once those items are completed, we'll schedule final inspection, and then we should have a pay app at the next meeting for that project. A couple other projects, 30th Street Southwest structure replacement 1 mile east and 6 miles north of Richardson. So this is a new project we're going to be working on. We've been out there collecting preliminary topo and environmental surveys, so it's planned to be bid this spring for 2026 construction. And then we're going to be working on a chip seal project for next year in various locations. I got them all listed here. So we sent a preliminary estimate and location map to the DOT to request federal funding on the CMC routes. And then that is going to be planned to be bid for 2026 construction as well. And then I got a little bullet at the bottom. So the North Dakota Association Counties Annual Conference is October 26th and 28th. So our federal aid meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, the 28th at 9:30 Central Time for Stark County. Are there any questions?
And they give you like 10 minutes to make the
Like,
case.
yeah, 10 or 15. And
Yeah, okay.
by the time they introduce everybody, there's,
I see Enchanted Highway on here. Was there any movement with the state possibly taking that?
So they did, there was a bill introduced in the legislature to expand the number of county roads that the state would take under their direction. Enchanted Highway was not one of those, and there is a limit on how many they can take per biennium, so it is still on their radar, is what I've been told.
so, yeah, I guess right now the plan was to chip seal it
Yep.
in 2026. If they take it over after that, they at least still have a chip seal road, I guess.
So going back to your roundabout project, that's, what's the cost share with, I mean, the federal dollars, or is
So
it?
that'll be 90, the PE is on the county, the construction and the CE is 90-10.
Okay.
So you'd end up paying 10% of it.
That's a 2027 start.
2027, so
As of right
we're
now.
still working on the easements, and then we'll hit plant, the rest of we got it all pretty well designed. There's just a lot of planned development to occur yet, which, that one, the HSIP project we're doing for another county, that bids in like January of 26. So I would assume this one probably bid about January of 27, just the way their funding works.
Any other questions for Andrew? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I don't see anybody from Highlands or Northern here. And they did not submit anything, at least I didn't see it in the packet. Okay, it is 9:30. We have a public hearing for a section line closure. And is Mr. Albright here?
No, he said, he asked if I could do it instead, because he really didn't have the
Okay.
logistics of what's going on.
Okay, come up to introduce yourself and,
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Dean Karski, And I just farm west of Dickinson, about 4 miles there. So,
Go ahead.
and reason we need, we're too close to town. And we have so many people, well, they're coming, dropping their kids off on motorbikes and four-wheelers, and they're just running up and down the section lines. And we have people coming from the north, and they come down the road and they think it's just an open road, and they keep on going. They go, and then they get stuck in the section line. They tear up everything to try to get out of there. And what we like to do is get it closed so we can put some signs up saying it's a dead end and try to keep some traffic off of there. Because I had submitted some pictures. That one is the one, let's see, is it the one on the left there where the H-brace is down? If you go down the section line, and then we got a haul road that we use for hauling silage and hay and stuff. Back when the oil field had their locations there, they asked to rip it down, but I asked to keep it. They left it there for me. Because when we started hauling 100 or 200 loads of silage, we tried to stay off the main road. So we use that as a haul road for hay and silage and everything. Well, when they go down the section line, then they head east down that private road. And then from there, they go through the ditch. And then there's a manhole cover there for that the oil company has. They keep driving over it. One of these days, that cover's going to flip off and somebody's going to get hurt really bad. And then we have cattle right there, and they went through a 4-wire fence. They went through a gate. They took out the gate. They took out the H-brace, everything. And I know somebody's going to get hurt running down that road. And then on the other one is when they go down the section line, instead of going down the section line, they go to the right, and they're running down that alfalfa field. From there, they go down, well, they go to the interstate. They can't go no place. So then they head west, and they head out by the bypass and across the interstate. And the other one is, well, and then they trample the corn down because they can't, there's no place to turn, so they just drive through the crops. They don't care. And then there's another one where when it was wet, they went down the section line. When they went off the section line, they just tore up the new seeded cornfield. It's just one thing after another. If we could get it to where we could, close it, put a sign up, try to keep some of the traffic off of there. That's all we're asking.
Chairman?
And I just don't want nobody getting hurt.
Mr. Karski, I tried to come out and meet with you about a month ago, and I couldn't track you down with the incident you had with some kids about a month ago, but I did look at this, and if there's any way we can fulfill his request, I think it's very warranted.
Yeah, because I've had to have you guys out a couple times.
Yes.
And I said, I don't want someone hurt. And there's just too much traffic, and there are too much people coming from in town, that's what they're using it for, is their racetrack.
Okay.
So you're looking just not to permanently close it, like just have a structured closure gate or something on it?
No, because if I put a gate in there, someone runs through there, they're gonna get hurt. I don't wanna have, I like to just put a sign up saying, try to close the road, no trespassing. And if like Stark County, if Todd, I don't know if they're willing, can they put a dead end sign there? So where like you see in some places, so the road is a dead end, so the people don't drive down that road?
Do you think that's gonna deter them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
day
the
and age,
people are used
no.
to going out there, so at this point,
Yeah, exactly.
they're just gonna know that they gotta go in, they gotta go back out.
Yep.
I mean, if that would be the point, I would say put road closure with the barriers up there.
But then that's something that, every day I feed cows, I gotta open the gates to drive through to go feed the cows.
I guess that
Because
makes
I
sense.
feed a lot of cattle, so I mean, it's a lot of, if I can prevent from putting fences up so I don't have to get off the tractor and open the gates all the time.
Okay.
That's why I like to have it permanently closed, that way I can just put no trespassing signs on. And the sheriff's department asked me to have this done too. That way, they said, if we can get it closed, at least we have, if we do call them out, we have people, they have something to stand on.
Sure.
This
Okay,
way,
that's
they have no way of, they can, it's all hearsay.
Yeah. So my only, go ahead.
What's the total distance that you're talking about? This is a half a mile, isn't it? Or
Well, it starts at 700 feet from the main road. From there, it's a half mile to the interstate. And it qualifies under there. There hasn't been, nothing's been maintained in 10 years, and it dead ends at the interstate. So there's no roads. There's nowhere to go once they hit the interstate. It's just a dead end.
And there's no frontage road parallel with
No,
interstate.
nothing.
But if the county would never need to reopen that road.
No.
We would have that
You can ask
option.
Todd. They don't do no maintenance on that road or nothing, so.
Well, I think the challenge is, you made it right away, was I live too close to town.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
So you have, to your 1 mile west of this, you have 116, the roundabout.
Yes.
And there's always possibility, I mean, I'm in the real estate business, I'm hearing all kinds of people with all kinds of ideas for that. And would there be an opportunity at some point that development comes back east from 116, and then the abandonment of these easements creates a challenge for future development, not now, not maybe in the
Right.
next 5 years, but
Yeah.
a long way down the road, and then we have a vacated easement.
That was my question too.
Yeah, I'm very sympathetic to where you
Yeah.
are. I want to do whatever helps you. I just hate giving up easements because it's such a, we're dealing with one on the other side that Mr. Andrews, you deal with those and all of a sudden it becomes a nightmare. Is there any other way we can help you stop that traffic?
I don't know how.
Okay.
I said, sheriff's department can't stop it, and we can, I said, we have no, I said, and they're going through gates, they're just doing everything they want, and they say it's a section line, and we can do what we want, and that's what they do. We have no way of stopping them.
Do you own on both sides of that right away? The whole 640 acres?
No, I own the first half mile, and then Doug Cadamus owns part of it, and you should have it on the engineering from, and then, Rusty Riddle owns the other half, but everybody has signed off on it. And I submitted that through your auditor here. You should have that
Yeah,
all
we have
on
it.
record.
Yeah, it's a good
Yep.
description of, like I said, I'm worried about potential somewhere down the road from the west being developed, and then we don't have,
But is that ever gonna happen?
I bet you 15 years ago, you'd have never said the roundabout would have been there
Yeah.
either, so.
So,
Even 5 years ago.
You were even, yeah, so, I don't know how we stop that. So, what's your wishes, questions?
So, I'm looking at this aerial here, you've got, you don't want to you don't want the entire section line, you want just that small portion?
it's closed, when you engineered it from the main road, it starts at 700 feet. From 700 feet, it goes all the way to the interstate, the remaining half mile.
So it's a half mile plus the next half mile less 700 feet. So-
Yep.
So about 1,900 feet on the top quarter and 2,600 feet on the bottom quarter.
So it's not in the entire section line we're closing.
Yeah, so they're going between your two sets of buildings on the top of that map? That's how they're getting to, or are
No,
they
they're
coming
going
in?
through, they're going between my mom's place and Randy Fleck's place, and they're going down that main road.
Those oil roads
Yeah,
from the
and
east?
then from the east, there is, and then, well, there were, my son and my daughter lived there. You go a little bit south there, then there's a Scoria Road that heads west. And that's the road, that's a private road there, and they're running down that. And from there, they go down that, through the ditch, they go all the way up to Menard's shop, and then they come back. I mean, it's a regular track there. And so, and the reason, one of the reasons we want to close too is my mom lives by herself, and she's 89 years old. And we have a monitor, when you drive into the yard, it beeps so she knows someone's there. Well, we had issues a while back, a few years ago here. My dad was watching TV. Mom was in the bathroom. Mom comes out, and there's someone standing in their living room. And with this monitor, at least she knows when somebody's coming into the yard. And well, when the sheriffs were out there the last time, he said to move the monitor. Well, if we move the monitor, then we're never going to pick up anybody that's coming into the yard. And with these bikes going up and down all day, well, Mom just has to shut it off because it's just beeping continuously. So if we could get it closed, that would just solve a lot of problems.
You're saying they're coming on the lease roads into your property?
Yeah, what now?
The lease roads from the well sites?
Yeah. They're not lease roads anymore because they're a bit. And what happened when the oil company reclaimed the wells, they wanted reclaiming, and I asked them to keep that road there because we use for a haul road. And that's the road they're running down to go to Menard's, and that's all private land. But they're going off the section line, going onto private land. From there, they go on to Doug Cadamus's land, and from there, they go across Rohr's development all the way over to TSC or to Menard's. Yeah, so we're dealing with it on the south side of the interstate too, but I lease land there from a development out of Singapore, the land holding company, and from Walton Farms. Well, there's the butte there. They go through the alfalfa field, they got the whole butte tore up, then they head west another mile. They got a racetrack out in the alfalfa field. And we got no trespassing signs up. They just knock them over and keep going.
I'm saying these no trespassing signs, I don't think it's gonna stop them.
No, it's not. So that's the problem. We've seen that over there. They just go anyway.
Not put some no trespassing signs up, a couple years ago by the old Dickinson Press, west of town here. Because we were having dirt bikes and side-by-sides.
In those two lots,
Yeah.
west of the funeral home, east of
Did we-
Dollar General.
I have not heard anything. I'm sorry. I have not heard anything since we put them signs up a few years ago.
Oh, once you close a section line, what's the process of getting it reopened?
You pay.
You have to pay them to give your rights back to the
That's the challenge I have. I want to help these guys, but I see potential there, and then they'll end up having to pay for that, and it's,
Well, I mean, you can close it all you want, they're still gonna ride it.
That's what I'm just trying to say.
maybe the sheriff would,
On up to the,
I'm Derek Karski, I'm Dean's son. So currently we lease all of Doug Cradams' land. And then with Riddles, I know what you guys are saying from the west development, that is a highway, that's the roundabout. So if there is development that way, there would be access coming in. And then also farther to the east towards town is where I live. That would be the access to the other side. We're just asking to close that section line to try so we can put up posted signs and no trespassing, because we cannot legally post it off for no trespassing until it is closed. So that's our request. But I know what you guys are saying for if there is ever for easement,
They
but
can't-
if there is on both sides, I think it would cover.
we can't give them permission to post it?
So it's a public road.
Todd?
Todd?
I'm not sure if you can do this or not, but can you just officially close the road, not vacate the section line? And once you officially close it for public use as a commission,
Yeah.
That
then
would be-
possibly, then he would have grounds to post it.
Well, yeah. You have both yeah, good. No, just, so I would ask Amanda.
The problem is you guys would have to be the complainant then, if someone, if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Ingolstadt, you guys would have to be the complainant then if someone's on that road.
but you could arrest them for being on that road.
You could just, like, say road closed, but they could use it for
Well,
farming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's critical.
That might be
That would be something I could,
I'd have to do some research to make sure you can actually do that.
yeah,
We need to make it difficult, and maybe do you have an old abandoned car you can set at the corner?
Is this Amadon?
Yeah, Amadon, they got an extra car down there
They-
by
they
the.
just took that one
by
out,
the
yeah.
owl.
So, when you're, like, in the hunting,
Yes,
when you're out hunting, when it's posted.
if it's posted on both sides, you can't
posted-
hunt it, but I
you
could
can't
still
hunt,
walk it.
But you could still walk it and
Yes,
ride it, right?
yes.
So by closing the road itself without vacating the section line, so the section line easement is still there, I don't know if that would.
Yeah, that would be my wish.
I would go with that.
Just to close it without vacating
Yeah.
the lease, or
You think we would know by the 16th? We could add that to the agenda.
Sure, I think so. She could do, would that be okay? We have a published meeting on the 16th, next Thursday,
Okay,
and we can take action at that point.
okay.
Okay.
So we're moving that to Thursday.
No, we gotta have it on the 16th, just Karen just confirmed that,
The
so.
the commission meeting on the 16th has to go on because the cities have a right to come in and talk about delinquent properties. So they might not show up, but we do have to have the meeting.
Okay,
So you're gonna have, do I need to come back on the 16th meeting, or you can have it with,
no, I mean, you don't have to, but I would encourage you to come,
Okay.
just to give some input.
okay,
That works for you guys.
sounds good.
Okay,
Well, thank you for your time.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments, public hearing? Any other comments on the public hearing, either in person, on phone? One more time, any other comments on the public hearing for the section line closure request? Hearing none, I will close the public hearing. Thank you. And our action item is to put it on the agenda for the 16th. Okay. All right. Mr. Josephson, are you present? There he is. Can you get done in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yes. The easy answer is yes. Oh,
We endeavor to.
yes button. Give you a yes
Good
button.
morning, Commissioner. Steve Josephson, County Planner. Last Thursday, the County Planning and Zoning Commission held its meeting, and there were 5 items that were heard, and the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval for all of them. The first one is a request by CDB Construction. They wish to rezone from agriculture to rural residential for a 5-acre property located, well, do we have it up there? Yeah, we've got it up there. So that's just south of Taylor, south of the interstate. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Just that one, just 5 acres is all they're talking about here?
Right.
Any questions? My only question is totally on a side note, is this prime agricultural category where, we're supposed to be cognitive of developing prime agricultural land. I don't think you've ever made a recommendation of a project that was contrary to that, but it's interesting.
I'm happy to address that. First of all, we built some flexibility into the comprehensive plan. In this case, most of the site had previously been developed.
Yep.
So it's already been disturbed. So, if you look at the staff report, there is language in there saying, okay, this is, given the circumstances, this makes sense. I've been told by the applicant that the family has no intention to develop the rest of it.
Yeah.
So in this case,
Right, and I'm going outside this case, so that if you'd have been 100 yards to the east here, basically undisturbed land, prime agricultural, would you take a different look at it? Because I'm looking at, how does Cass County get away with it? Every acre in Cass County is prime agricultural land, and so is there a difference of opinion when you're developing those? I don't want it a restriction, and this is a private property rights thing, as you know, I'm passionate about it, that as an owner of property, should the owner be restricted in some fashion to develop or not develop, not based on other criteria, but based on the prime agricultural classification, so.
I can't speak for Cass County.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm asking for us.
okay.
Or as we went through our comprehensive plan that we took into the commission has can oversee or approve anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why it was written in a way recommended lot size, property sizes. are
But
this.
the commission has the final say in it.
Yeah, got it.
Comprehensive plan is kind of an ideal.
Yes, it's a gray area.
It's an ideal.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? If not, I'll look for a motion.
I'll look for a motion to approve RZ 0625 for CDB Construction Incorporated.
By Commissioner Franchuk, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion second. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Mr. Josephs.
Okay, the next one is still CBD Construction, and this is a companion request for a minor subdivision plat for the same property. Both we should go back a slide. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions for this.
Is it MSP 0625? Is that correct?
03-25. Or
That's
06, yeah.
06.
06.
Dash
Good thing
25
that-
CBD,
good- Yeah,
CDB.
CDB,
So
CDB
it is
construction.
06.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the MSP 0625 for CBD construction.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Mr. Joseph.
Okay, the next one is CUP 0325, that's Fisher Sand and Gravel. They're requesting a conditional use permit for a gravel pit with crushing and stockpiling. This property is immediately adjacent to a property that Fisher has been using as a gravel pit for for a number of years. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval subject to conditions. There's a representative from Fisher here today in case you have any questions. They have read through the conditions and did not object to them.
And we renew these one year at a time.
Right.
Okay. Okay, any questions, comments?
Mr. Chair, I would make the motion to approve CUP 0325 for Fisher Sand and Gravel.
By Commissioner Claris, is there a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion, comments, questions? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Mr.
Okay,
Josephson.
thank you. The next one it's a zoning text amendment, ZTA 0525. And what this would do is it would add some language to the development standard section of the code regarding banquet halls and reception halls. A number of years ago, the county commission approved these for both agricultural and commercial properties as conditional use permits. We found that after working with the Planning and Zoning Commission, to have some additional standards in there to give guidance for any applicants who come in for that. And this is based. We had an experience with somebody who went through this process, and it would have been helpful to have some specific standards for them and for future people.
Mr. Chairman, I would approve, or motion to approve ZTA 0525, proposed amendment to Article 6.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Claris. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Mr. Joseph.
So, okay, the last one is ZTA 0625, and this is adding some additional language to the violations and penalties section in the zoning ordinance. It actually outlines the procedure that staff would take in terms of sending people, code violations and the process they would go through, and also talks about the penalty phase of it and then what would happen eventually. I had actually worked with both Commissioner Claris and Planning and Zoning Commissioner Larson on this language, and we have asked the state's attorney's office to review it too. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
I have a question. Each day is a separate violation. Is that necessary?
Well, actually, Commissioner Messer, that was something you suggested
No.
at one time.
No.
So,
I'm sorry, I would never.
Okay.
I don't think you would ever enforce it and trigger it, but I just have a real tough time thinking, if somebody's noticed on Friday and then on Tuesday, they've already triggered 5 violations of the code. I'll support what you're doing, but I struggle with that. Excuse me. Any other comments?
The procedures, though, we send letters and they're.
Yeah, we've been very flexible on enforcement. I agree.
oh, yes, we have been, and a lot of what we really want, a lot of the times, people who have code violations, they don't realize they've done it, and we want to work with them to remedy the situation, but every once in a while, you get a person who, I don't know, it's like they relish it, so.
That's what I was added in there for the one that's non-compliant that they're gonna have an issue with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but in truth, most of these get remedied pretty fast. And we really do give them time to work stuff out, because sometimes if, I was thinking of one where somebody had like about 80 vehicles on their property, and realistically, there's no way that they're gonna get that done in just a couple of weeks. So we work with people to get that done.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve ZTA 06-25.
motion by Commissioner White. Do we have a second?
No second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much, and I'll let the applicants know this morning that their requests were approved.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. It is 10 o'clock. We will take a 10-minute break and resume at 10:10. Or I need to get 5 minutes of your time. I want to bring up Wayne.
Can I just do my stuff here?
Yes, yeah, he'll be quick. Then we can get him to do some other things.
Hi.
Yep.
I would like to request, we have our little lawn tractor, and we use it not only for the grass, but for sweeping the sidewalks and stuff. It's got a 60-inch broom. And from what I've told, and I've run them tractors for many years, during the winter, you got blowing snow, it all blowing right in your face. I got a quote to put a cab on it. It's just a bare minimum of just a cab with, it has the heater and the wipers, and they need to do a fuse panel in there and stuff. Figured I'd bring it up to attention. It was a little more, or I figured it was gonna be kind of a lot. It's $14,000. I talked to like Travis with the weed board. He does a lot of it around here, and he says he doesn't like to use it because no matter what, it's windy, and even brooming it blows up in your face. I don't know how a guy can go out there and do the sidewalk 3-4 times a day with that snow blowing in your face and stuff. And so I was just wondering if, just to let you know, or if I get permission to order one and get it put on there.
Is that the same tractor you use for mowing lawn and stuff in the summertime?
Yeah,
then?
yep.
Is that gonna be a problem getting around trees and underneath trees once you put the cab on there?
It's gonna,
Is it
might have to
movable?
stay away a little bit, but,
That's a-
I can get on, all the trees too, even now, you can't. I have no problem mowing with a push mower around the trees and stuff. It does give a little more headroom to where, the trees, but
Well, that's fine.
I did do some trimming out here. There was some that were
Gotta trim
hanging
the
pretty
trees
low.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that cab movable, so for seasonal, or is it?
No,
permanent
but for comfort during the summer, you can take a couple pins, you can pull the doors off, so you get some air and stuff, but.
I take my windshield off too on mine like that.
Yeah, I think the windshield you can take off, or I know it opens, can't remember, but,
It comes off easily.
yeah. But yeah, the cab itself would be too much, cause it has a little heater box in there and stuff and bolted and.
Okay. Do you have money in your budget to do that? I think,
There is in them accounts, I wasn't sure, I talked to Lana, I'm sure if, I'm new to everything to where budgets, what budgets it can come out of and stuff, but she said it would be okay as far as in the budgets.
I'll make the motion to
Okay.
approve that expenditure for that cab.
That's fine. I'll second that.
okay,
Is it gonna be paint matched?
Out of the
Is it gonna
building
be paint
grounds and
matched?
equipment.
Green?
It's a
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Deere.
it's two John Deere, yeah. You don't wanna just get some off the market piece to put on there because,
In that budget, because it's a lower budget, but it would need to come out of building grounds and equipment.
okay. So your motion, Paul, would be to take that 14,000 out of buildings, grounds, and equipment?
If there's room there, yeah.
It will have to be added because there's not enough room there. It's only a $12,000 budget for the whole year.
Okay,
So we'll have to do a budget adjustment at the end of the year.
Well, you would just do it now and it would be included.
Okay.
Yep.
and replace, or supplement that money out of the general fund?
It would still come out of this line, which is the general fund
Okay,
anyways.
so we have a motion. We have a second by Commissioner Marsh. Any other questions? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
All chair vote aye, motion carried. Thank you. You can go ahead and get that
thank
order.
you very much.
Well, I saw what Mike was going through previously, and I thought
Well,
he
it
was
is
a warrior for doing that, so.
Hey, do we ever have a snow day where there's no wind? I couldn't imagine, I mean,
Especially if
to
you have
try
snow blowing,
and
you have the
go.
brooms. It
Yeah,
dusts up in the air and it.
No
goes right
matter what,
in.
even just brooming it, it pushes it and then it comes in your face.
okay, we'll move on to emergency management. Elena, thank you for your patience.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Go first.
Morning, Chairman, Commissioners, Emergency Manager Decker. All the community lifelines are still good and stable across the county. For the fire departments across the county, they looked at about 55 calls total for service. A little bit higher on the burns just because the weather's been nice. We had that nice little splash of rain. We were kind of inching towards going into moderate, so that was nice to kind of keep us in low. Right above us in McKenzie County, they are in the high, so it is starting to creep back into North Dakota. We're out of the drought there completely across the state, but it is starting to dry up. That's typical for fall, so we'll just hope for keeping on the good weather and maybe an early snow. October is Fire Prevention Month, so this year's theme is Charge into Fire Safety. So they recommend being safe when you're utilizing lithium-ion batteries in the home. I was full-time with the fire department for 9 years. I'm still part-time there for the last 2, so I can vouch and say that I've gone to quite a few fires that have been caused by lithium batteries. They are something that are very dangerous. So they recommend to buy only listed products, to charge them safely, and then to recycle responsibly. So they offer some more tips and other things on the NFPA website on fpw.org. And then October is also Cybersecurity Month. So I think a lot of our lives are transitioning to the digital world, so it's very important to kind of stay up to date on best practices. So updating your software, making sure you have multi-factor. We're all kind of going into that realm in the county. Strong passwords, 16 characters, special characters, numbers, and then just being aware of best practices when it comes to things like phishing emails and just, you know, how you browse the internet, not going on any sketchy websites with malware or anything like that. So with that, any questions?
Just a quick question. So I don't even know if you can answer it. So if someone is doing a controlled burn
Okay.
in either on, not, you know, like a gravel spot or in a barrel, is there notification requirements for that? Only when you hit a certain level in risk, or how does that work?
To request the burn, are you saying? Yeah, they should be requested at all times just for a situational awareness. Because what will happen sometimes is people will light a burn without calling. Somebody going by will see smoke and rightfully call 911. The fire departments will come out, and it would be an authorized burn if it would have been called in, but now they've responded. So it's more of a courtesy just to call in and notify dispatch and get the approval, so.
Yeah, I had a couple calls from an individual in the southeast, maybe you've gotten them too, on the southeast ETZ, and
Yeah.
and
I will say barrels usually are not too bad, and when other people have called me, I say, as long as it's not producing a lot of smoke that is super noticeable, the fire departments usually don't really care too much about the barrels, but if they're large smoke producing products in there, just a heads up to dispatch so that they know the burn's in the area.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Why don't we do the corner radio purchase request? I think that's under your kind of
Yes.
purview.
Elena's being blessed with that excitement.
More or less, probably me and Brad are the subject matter experts, maybe,
Actually,
for questions.
I'm sorry, you actually had another request, didn't you?
That'll be during
That's
the
in the
budget.
budget.
Got it.
Yep.
Do you want background on it, or?
You want me? I can
Or
say the
you can.
premise.
Yep.
So Dunn County, we share a corner with Dunn County. Okay. Dunn County's auditor sent me over an email and requested that Stark County pay for a new radio for the corner for $8,477.80. I looked at the request and then I sent it over to Elena. Well, Elena brought it up because it was on the agenda, and she said she had a lot more questions. And I don't know anything about these emergency management radios. So Elena said she'd come up here and explain where some of the issues were with the radio and if you wanted to fulfill that request from Dunn County.
Yeah, I won't go into too much detail, but I did talk to some of the agencies here in Stark County. I talked to Lieutenant Hoff at the sheriff's, Lieutenant Hannell, and I talked to our dispatch center, and they don't utilize a radio feature to speak to the coroner. They will typically call dispatch, and the dispatch will talk to them on the phone. And moving to this new siren system, the kind of traffic I think he would need or listen to is in an encrypted radio and a channel, and you have to be a licensed peace officer in order to get access to that channel. So I don't think there would be any radio traffic that he would receive that would be beneficial. I think we'd have to put him on a separate talk group. That costs money to program all those radios, and again, I don't think our agencies would utilize it.
The state, good morning, Brad with Stark County Emergency Services. The state also made the same kind of recommendation as to what we were kind of discussing as well. It's kind of a weird area right now with the new transition into the siren system. They're trying to get back to following the correct, the FBI standards and stuff like that. So that was basically the recommendation that we got from everyone that we talked to. So
was this originated by the coroner or by Dunn County?
I think it's both.
Okay.
It sounds like he's maybe always had a radio in his vehicle and they upgraded his vehicle, but moving to the siren just kind of complicates,
And a
the use of
coroner's
the radio.
normally notified by telephone?
Yeah.
Yeah, through us, like Stark County, we notify the coroner through the telephone. State radio, I think, I don't know, does radio possibly. But from what I've heard, we've never talked to the coroner on the
Who's the
radio.
coroner?
Kirk Ross.
Kirk Roll.
Yeah.
He's from
He,
Dickinson.
he lives in Dunn County.
Dunn County.
So he lives in Dunn County, and then they have extra office space in Dunn County, so they actually do provide him an office, but being the coroner is not his full-time job. He has another job.
I would think so.
And then we just pay him mileage and per situation of a body to come get the body. So he's like a contracted out coroner, but he is not a county employee for either Dunn County or Stark County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he works here in Dickinson.
Yeah.
Oh, he works in Dickinson? Okay. He just lives in Dunn County. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
don't, if Sheriff Lee has any.
Well, first of all, statutorily, when Mr. Roll's not available, I have to serve as the coroner for Stark County, and I think I should get that extra pay when I have to do that, by the way.
Noted.
It's a joke.
We could just make you the coroner.
I can't really, and Kirk's awesome, he does a great job for us, but I can't envision a situation where he would need a radio. Our communication's always been very good over the phone with him, and I guess I don't understand it, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm missing a piece, but
I was told it was possibly for situational awareness so that he can hear if he's going into a situation that is dangerous, but I don't think the coroner would be called unless the situation is secure and there's
Correct.
officers on scene already. So yeah, I just don't see how this is applicable to Stark County, so my recommendation would be not to.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone want to make a motion on the action item? Or other questions?
Radios are expensive.
Yeah.
We don't need a motion for that if we're not gonna take any action.
I guess, yeah. I'm fine. Then we'll move on. Okay. We will move into our 2026 county budget review, finalizing the budget to move forward.
Hey, let me get plugged in.
Version 4, correct?
Yes.
4.7.
I appreciate all of you. 4.7. If I can get just like a little bit. Okay, so we have a couple topics here. So we'll start with emergency management budget, because there is a request that you got in your packets stating that. So we'll just start there if that's okay.
Yeah, so it's not built into the line items yet, but I was looking to request an addition of a position to my department for 2026. That position would be a training and exercise coordinator. I provided you guys information on the gist of the position, what I see them doing, and then I'm here to answer any questions.
So do we mix this with budget talk? I mean, you put a number of kind of what this additional person would cost in the budget?
When I talked to Joetta and we kind of did a salary range, what we thought was appropriate, we were between 60 and 62,000.
Okay. Well, I've read all your material and I appreciate your vision here. It's interesting, last night we had an LEPC meeting and just talking about just the one instance that's coming at us with this presidential library over in Medora. I mean, every first responder sitting at that table last night was very concerned about what's happening or what's coming at us here. And I think that in some regards, as a group of first responders, we're behind the 8 ball a little bit as far as training goes for some of these things.
And just doing exercises. I mean, before we transitioned to Siren, we realistically should have had a couple exercises in our belt before, and we just didn't have the time to. Now we're kind of figuring out stuff as we go that we maybe could have figured out early. And it's not even just the first responders. I've been asked by private industries to assist them with doing exercises in their facilities and helping them with developing their EAPs and stuff like that. So it's not even just a demand from emergency responders, it's also just the private sector also is looking for stuff like this. And designing these exercises and coordinating trainings, it's very time consuming. That's where I look at, it is a 40-hour probably position that would be very busy.
Did you, I'm sorry, I may not be up on this. Did you send out an email on this?
I sent it in your commission packets.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you just gotta do a little scrolling.
Yeah, I got it. It's pulled up here.
So this is taking your department basically just in,
right here.
well, in a great direction.
That would be my goal, yeah, is to really innovate my department and the things we can do, the things we can offer. From the sound of it, and this was before my time, there was just a lack of exercises going on, and I just want to kind of get away from that. I just want to give more to the responders in the county, and I do just want more for Stark County as a whole.
I've looked at this, I mean, I'm your portfolio holder, and I've asked many questions. We went over and over and over about this. I mean, obviously, this is a kind of it's a tough year to discuss adding positions and adding money to budgets and whatnot, but, I mean, I guess I'm in full support of this, and like I said, I feel like I've vetted the situation with you pretty well and asked a lot of questions, and so I'm in favor of this. So I would make the motion.
So would this person be required to do like mandatory quarterly training and exercises, or is this up in the air? Is there any structure? I mean,
That first kind of, I have
are they spill drills, tabletop drills?
It's kind of dependent on needs. So that first kind of quarter after their first hire, they will be establishing a group to kind of determine the needs going forward, and that will help them build out the training schedule and stuff like that of the kind of exercises they need to start developing. We do a yearly integrated preparedness plan, which helps us build a 3-year schedule as far as trainings and exercises we need to build in.
Have we done any kind of training exercise since the Gladstone train derailment one?
I've had smaller like tabletops, but that's all I've had time to develop. Part of my EMPG funding, which pays for part of my salary, requires a minimum of at least 1 exercise a year. So lately, the only time I've had time to develop are tabletops, but I want to start doing drills and full scales. I mean, our fire department should be doing joint exercises together because they do mutual aid together. So they need to train together and they need to kind of practice responding together. And I haven't had a chance to coordinate that with that yet. That takes a lot of time to develop. A full scale, I've been told, takes 1 year to develop. I don't have a year to devote to developing a full scale. And I think the last time we brought in a full scale, which was the Gladstone one, I think that cost us somewhere between like 30 to 40,000. And I was part of that one, and I can't say it was the best thing I ever did.
Not successful.
So this trainer exercise person, how long do you think it'd be? You said 40 hours a week?
Yep.
Per week, to have a full yearly, some detailed planned out for as a description of their responsibilities.
A full year or?
Yeah, well, 2,080 hours, 40 hours a week, you know,
Yeah.
what they're gonna, to make sure that we're fully utilizing that person. Because I think other departments too, I'm all for training.
Yep.
I believe the sheriff's department is also looking at some kind of trainer as well. To make sure they have the best of what we can have to offer, so.
Yeah.
I don't mind having trainers. I think it's a great idea. I think just also making sure that we can account for what their full year looks like and
Yeah.
what kind of training they're gonna be doing.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I have high expectations for this position because I think it's very much needed. So I definitely like I said, I have a high expectation for the person that would come into that role and what they would do.
Because part of it was making action plans for other entities, right?
Yeah, so after an exercise, you have to do an after-action report, and that involves coming up with things that we need to improve upon and at what time frame we should be doing them, who's in charge of those responsibilities and stuff like that. So it's a lot of follow-up on that.
And what kind of training would this person need to go to be a trainer?
There's some state trainings that help you with designing exercises. FEMA has a lot of good online trainings, ICS trainings. I want to get them certified to teach ICS 300, 400. Right now, Sherry Adams is our trainer for the area, and she's already busy enough. She can't really fit, doing that class often enough as we should be doing it. A lot of our first responder agencies kind of rely on that training for career advancement. So by me not being able to bring that class in more often, I'm kind of holding people back from advancing in their career.
So are you looking for somebody that possibly has these trainings already under their belt, or do you have a candidate already picked out?
It would be ideal. I'm looking at posting nationally. I'm part of an emergency management national group, and you can post jobs there. So I'm hoping to post someone with quite a bit of experience in it that has the trainings I'm looking for. If I'm not getting a lot of, I'm willing to look at somebody who has a lot of promise, but I want to start this job off right away. So I'd like someone who has a lot of those trainings.
And education-wise,
Education-wise, I recommended a 2-year degree or at least equivalent in emergency response experience.
Your head count will remain at 3?
My head count?
Yeah.
So I guess that would be a different discussion for a restructuring plan, but I'm trying to keep the requests separate.
Okay.
and what dollars,
Dollars?
what kind of dollars were, I guess I missed it.
60 to 62 would be the salary range recommended to me, so.
So I guess I didn't quite understand it. Then the officer specialist position, then you're not eliminating that then, or?
I mean, I'm looking at a restructuring plan, so I would stay, I would be looking to stay at an office of 3. But that's again, a separate request we can talk about after this one. I'm open to it.
I guess right now that office specialist has that 50%, right, working 20 hours a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Recommendation?
Well, I would make the motion to approve her request to add the additional training position, training and exercise coordinator for the hiring range of 60 to 62,000.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
So there is a chance that we can also hire somebody with no experience at 62,000.
62, probably not. Probably at that lower 60 range. I mean, I'm looking, I would like to have the position open till filled, so that gives me an opportunity to look for someone with good qualifications. Especially with posting nationally, I think I'm gonna get some good hits on it. I've kind of thrown it out to some of the state partners I have, and I got a lot of, ooh, so.
Right.
I mean, I can tell you right now, like, at our EMA conference, I mentioned this position as a possibility, and a lot of other emergency managers said the things you could do if you got that position. I mean, but they're not wrong. I can do so much for the county with it.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Ask a second time. Do we have a second? Okay. Ask a third time. Do we have a second? Without which, motion fails. We'll move on.
So you wanted to talk about your budget then, right? After this was decided with the motion failing?
You can.
I can.
And if you have some time, I'd like to follow up on this conversation too, with you on it.
Did you want I guess what I'm asking is, did you have adjustments that you wanted to make, or so that I don't know where you guys are at with that.
This budget is already approved, right, the last,
The 511, 175?
you approved your budgets last meeting, right?
Yeah, without the addition of an additional person, there should be no changes.
You're
to our
fine?
current
Okay,
budget.
that's what I just wanted to check before we put that through the next meeting.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's go back to the items that we need action on. Let me get,
The sheriff's.
I could find his.
It's separate in it.
Public safety, there we go. All right, public safety. So the one that was in the packet,
The budget that was in the packet is what I received from Joetta, from Corey, after the last meeting. And then there was another one sent out at 4 o'clock yesterday to add instead. And that's up to Corey to talk about on this. These packets are definitely done before 4 o'clock on Monday.
Sure, thank you. So I did meet with my portfolio holder yesterday and spoke to Commissioner Messer as well. We talked about some revisions, and then there was a correction or two that needed to be made yesterday afternoon that I caught last minute. Apologize about that, Karen. But it was an error that Joetta had in the numbers there, so my fault, I guess, for not catching that sooner. But that email or that forward that you guys got yesterday afternoon should be the correct version of what is submitted.
from,
So hopefully you had a chance to look at it.
let me look.
The one yesterday afternoon that I sent.
Okay. All right,
Okay, so is this the one that here, I gotta read.
yep.
This is from yesterday, Corey. From Joetta?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody got that? Mm-hmm. All right. If you want to give some highlights,
Okay, so in our discussions, we talked about some potential salary adjustments. We made that with the elimination of the $30,000 differential pay. We also took $20,000 out of the overtime budget. It was going to be a $20,000 increase due to potential goings-ons next summer. We chose to eliminate that and just kind of see how it goes. And then we added the $5,000 back to the shooting range that had been taken out. So essentially what we're looking at is a 3.53 increase in salaries, then of course minus that 30,000 of differential pay that they were receiving last year, for a total of a 1.7% budget increase. Total budget increase.
Thank you. Questions? Comments?
I'll make a motion to approve the salary line is $2,617,921.28 with a total budget of being $3,482,920.28.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Franchuk. Any other, do we have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Marsh. Any other discussion, comments?
What was the previous month's total before this revision?
The previous number?
Yeah, without pulling it up, I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, so the
The
top
total?
line, go ahead, Dean.
You mean the total budget?
Correct.
Was $3,533,919.68.
Okay. And this, the differential pay is still out?
That's out. Salary line is $2,617,921.28, and then you add $865,000 for the items below, for the total of the $3,482,921.28.
Yeah, so the shooting range was reestablished at the higher number. Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll take roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk?
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner White?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, let's go to,
The distribution page, contribution page.
well, why don't we take governing board first? I don't think
Oh,
we.
I think you guys already did that one.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tabled that.
You
I
tabled.
thought so.
Did they table the
I
governing
thought
board?
we approved it.
Okay,
They approved it, I think.
Governing
Yeah.
board.
No, that was tabled.
okay,
Oh,
okay. So
way to go,
let's,
Dean. Let me go back. There you go.
okay, so looking for discussion.
So I think the only difference in your guys' governing board budget, which is was just the proposal of the 3%
Right,
increase.
right.
But all the other line items are the same.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed budget.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the proposed budget by Commissioner Franchuk,
Second.
by Commissioner White. Any other discussion, comments, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carried. Okay, is there any other department before we go to the contribution?
Now I'm
Okay.
double checking. Was there one I missed? 1 second.
So for
I don't think so.
for information purposes, what we do today, you're gonna formalize into the worksheets, and we will meet Thursday morning real quick to finalize.
Yes, because I will have to change the FICA lines and the,
Okay.
oh, and we do need to discuss some health
Thursday morning, the
insurance.
16th.
No,
This Thursday
this
morning.
Thursday,
This
because it has to be
Thursday
done
to
by the 10th.
finalize it, yep.
Okay, great.
What time on Thursday?
Let's do 8 o'clock. Is that
That's
okay?
Good time for coffee.
Okay. Okay, 8 o'clock on Thursday. Okay.
Go to contributions.
Let's go to contribution. Where in,
It's like the last sheet in your booklet, your budget booklet. If that helps.
okay, got it.
There we go.
Okay.
The
So,
ones in yellow are the ones that I did put in
Okay.
to kind of get some numbers. But those are the ones, other than the airport that you guys didn't make a motion on, those are the ones you still need to decide if that's the amount that you want to give to that entity. So just because it's in yellow doesn't mean it's approved. It's just,
okay, so if it says invoiced yearly estimate, we have to take action.
okay, so invoiced,
Okay,
like, you
the
can-
ambulance, we're fine.
the
That-
ambulances are you're kind of stuck
Yep.
right now unless you do, something radical there. I think the ones that say, requested,
Okay,
kind of your non-departmental expense funds, those are coming from outside entities.
okay,
And
so let's just take small to big. So, the Vision West, any thoughts, comments, actions on Vision West? $1,600 membership. They have bigger memberships, they have smaller memberships. What's your thoughts? I mean, I have no problem doing it. There is some duplication between Vision West and the Roosevelt Custer, but they do put on some events that are beneficial.
It's for Family Connection, the one's for the regular.
Okay, without a motion, that would die, correct?
Do you want it out?
Well,
Out of the
we
budget?
don't have a motion to include it.
Okay. I will put it in red.
Vision West?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve that.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the 1,600 to Vision West. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Roll call vote. Oops. Open for discussion or questions. Hearing none. Roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. We'll just move up. Uspire. Requested amount of 10,000, previous contribution of 10,000. Do we have a formal report from them or a letter or anything?
They did. I included it in
The last month, right?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yep, it
thought
was
so.
in there. It was just like a letter.
Okay.
Which one are we on, Sunrise Youth?
Uspire.
Uspire.
Uspire. Right above Vision
Oh,
West.
up here.
Yep.
So basically, is that almost the same thing what we just, what does Uspire do?
I think it has programs with children, or with families that have issues, I believe.
Yeah, they help families that have needs like, in the community.
Counseling and
Child-
different,
yeah.
counseling and different things like that. right?
With children
Focus on
with
children.
unique needs.
What?
With unique needs.
I'll make a motion to approve Uspire
Okay, we have a
MD for $10,000.
motion by Commissioner Franchuk. Do we have a second? I'll second that. Okay, any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay. Richard, just keep moving up. Richardson Healthcare Foundation request, or I guess they didn't even request anything. We have 10,000 in there. We gave them 10,000 last year. Thoughts?
I did receive a letter from Richardson Healthcare Foundation yesterday, but it wasn't about this 10,000 that we send them. It was about if we wanted to do an additional amount.
Okay, yeah.
But I
they're-
just
they're doing
received
a
that yesterday.
fundraiser,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the $10,000 to the Richton Healthcare Foundation.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Claris. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion, comments, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried. Community action. They have a request of $25,000. We gave them $15,000 last year. Thoughts?
There's a lot of questions on federal funding on there, so they're definitely in need of extra funding. But I'd make a motion to approve the 25,000.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Franchuk for a $25,000 contribution. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion, questions, thoughts? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried. Go up. The next one, Best Friends Monitoring. Mentoring. Requested amount is $20,000. We gave him $20,000 last year. Thoughts, comments?
I'll make the motion to approve 20,000 for Best Friends Mentoring.
Okay, by Commissioner White. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other thoughts, comments? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay, domestic rape and violence. We have two different requests.
So the bottom one is for the Family Connection Center that is downtown, where people can set up supervised visitation with people. And then the top one is the regular domestic violence center that is
Up at the
at the
hospital.
other location, yep. They requested an increase, but they didn't say an amount.
Okay. So both requests would be, or at least what you have in yellow is the same as 2025.
Because they didn't request a dollar amount, they just said, can we get more than last year?
Okay.
Commissioner Messer, I'm maybe speaking out of turn here, but I'm a board member for domestic violence. The shelter this year is busting at the seams as far as occupancy, trying to make do with what they can. Obviously, there was some hope with the homeless transitional facility that would come to fruition and take some burden off the shelter. That's not gonna happen, so these ladies are doing their best they can with very little. I know times are tough and you guys are pinching dollars here, but if there is something you can do to assist, that would be very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Where else does domestic violence get funding from? Is it federal and fundraisers or?
Local donations.
Okay. Looking for a motion.
Make a motion for domestic violence and rape crisis to raise that from $40,000 to $50,000.
Okay, what about the second line? Do you want to do those both at the same time? Or one by one?
I think that would be one by one if we're raising.
Okay.
If we're changing it.
Okay, so we have a motion to take the $40,000 to a $50,000 contribution. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. That line is approved. Okay, want to visit about the second line?
Yeah, the connection, I make a motion to approve 50,000 for that also.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Do we have a second?
I'll second that as well.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion?
So I'm on this here for line 17. They asked for 40. But you said you got a letter, they were asking for more?
Yeah.
But they didn't name a dollar amount?
So what they asked for is, They didn't actually ask, we just previously gave them 40 and they just asked for an increase over
Okay.
last year. So that's why I put the 40 in there for our preliminary budget reasons.
Which was one location serve all locations then, or?
So the top one is the one, the main shelter part. The second one is just for Family Connection that's downtown for
Downtown here.
supervised visitation.
So just
Yeah.
for point of clarification, we acted on the top line, I believe, on the
Yes.
first motion. This is for the second line. Okay.
So, I mean, I've known that maybe they must be understaffed there, because sometimes people are supposed to meet there for a drop-off for their child and stuff, and the person's not there, so will this improve that? I mean, there's no way that we know that. but-
Yeah. I've seen lots of families down there.
I know it's used a lot.
Used a lot. But
You mean the person's
not-
not there when they're
it's not-
dropped off
Right.
for
There's-
visitation?
Yeah, so then you're standing outside waiting, and you're not supposed to have any, so one family's sitting in the car over here, and another family sitting in the car over here, waiting for somebody to show up.
I think that actually and I could be wrong, but that might more have to do with that it's locked down. And so that other person
Families are
that's
in there?
using that room
No.
has to, you have to.
Personally, there was nobody
Oh,
there.
there's nobody there at all. Oh, okay. Yeah, different subject.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll do a roll call vote on line 18 to move that to 50,000. Commissioner Franchuk?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Commissioner White?
no,
Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Okay,
I mean, it's a little bit late, but in the future, I wish that we would get some input back from these people. You know, take 5 minutes, come in and give us a little report, or, I mean, it's just like they don't even personally come and ask for this. They just send us a letter asking for this. And granted, it takes time for us to listen to them, but I mean, it's just probably too easy for them to send us a letter, and we sitting here spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we don't know where this money's going.
So previously, I'd been instructed that if they send a letter, that you were okay with not everybody coming in and asking.
I
So
know
if you
that
want
we've
to,
just discussed that
if you
before,
do
yeah.
want to change that, I am completely fine. I just need to be able to tell them that when they
Because
ask.
if at least they're up here talking to us, they would tell us what they've done. I mean, I don't know if we want to spend, you know, at this time of the year, a lot of people coming up here and
well,
spending.
they could do their reports intermittent. You know, you
Yes.
could come in June as well as August
Yes.
or September.
I
when they're-
mean, personally, I mean, I'm spending this much money and I don't know where it's going.
Right.
well, and then another thing I have an issue with is just asking for more and not an actual specific dollar amount.
Right, I can respect that too.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like, people are just coming with their hands open and we're getting tighter and tighter.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move up to, did we do 20 or 21 lines?
So I would probably almost just say whether or not you're gonna do the Roosevelt Custer one,
Okay,
and then the
that's a
Dickinson.
dues, that's a dues generated one.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same as Vision West, whether or not, right? They request
No.
the dollars?
No, this is it's dues, it's a calculated number based on the population of the county.
Oh, okay. So that one's okay.
So, but we still need to approve it.
The 35,670.
Yes,
Make a motion to approve the 35,670.
by Commissioner White. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Here, okay, we'll, roll call vote. Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passed.
And then do you want to continue to be member of the Chamber of Commerce? That's the one above it.
Okay, so let's take that one, the 1,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, here, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passed. The one above that one we approved last time. I'm gonna go back
Go back down.
down.
Yep.
So did we do community action and best friends? I don't think we did.
Oh, Oh, yeah, you
We
did.
did.
We did.
community Action, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have it in green. So
Yeah.
25,000 for community action and 20,000 for best friends.
Okay,
Yep. So I think you gotta go, the other ones are okay, cause you already approved those before.
okay,
And then you gotta go back down to Dickinson Library.
okay.
About Sunrise Youth, that we. put
Oh,
in.
Sunrise Youth, we do too, the way bottom one. Did we approve that or no? One,
That one was, you approved in the previous preliminary, but
let's go ahead and formally do that.
you can do that.
One
Make a
mil.
motion to approve the 249,000 to Sunrise Youth Bureau.
Okay, by Commissioner White, do I have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Marsh, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White?
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passed.
Okay. Did you wanna do the Fair Association since you did the Sunrise Youth Bureau then?
Okay, let's do the Fair Association. Typically 1/2 mil, which would equate to 124,500.
So that's driven via statute, right? We're authorized to give them a half
We're
mil?
up, we could go
Up to
more
two.
than that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do we have to make this decision today, what that amount is?
Today or
If you want it in
Thursday.
the general fund budget, cause the
So-
budget's gotta be approved by Friday.
I would say that, well, we have a lot up in the air there in that Fair Association business here, and we can put that number at a full mill.
I would say let's go a full mill, we don't have to spend it.
We don't have to spend it.
I think that makes sense.
So what would that number be?
249,000.
49?
And I mean, I'm using a dollar amount. It's an estimated half a mil. So I mean, whatever you want to put in for the dollar amount, it's just included in our general fund mills anyways. It's not a separate mill that I mill for.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
if that
would-
helps you in that.
I would make the
decision.
motion to put that number at $250,000 for the Fair Association.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Claris, second by Commissioner Marsh. Any other discussion or question on that one? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Did you say 250?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries. Okay.
And you're back down.
Ambulance, we did that
Oh,
one, right?
sorry.
Right?
Yep, the ambulances, so Richard, you guys can decide on Richardson Taylor ambulance. We usually just contribute 10,000 to them. The Belfield Billings one, we get that bill after the year is over, usually I'll say it's usually February from Billings County, and they invoice that. So the 240 is like a place marker. It might be it probably will be less according to Marcia, because our last year one was higher. So they're not just getting a check for 240, it's whatever they send us, and then we pay 20% of their emergency management budget, whatever they wind up with at the end of the year for Belfield. And then Dickinson area ambulance, we did have discussions with them. 500,000 is what we allocated, depending on where their shortfalls are on funding that. But we're not, as far as I know, we're not planning on just sending them a check. We were going to wait and see
Right.
what amount that they need.
Yep.
Yeah.
So did we approve those two amounts, or do we got to take those separately again?
If you just, if you're okay with all of those amounts, you could just approve the ambulances ones as proposed, and
Let's do them.
if you want to do individually.
Let's do
that's
them individually. Can I get a motion to approve the Belfield ambulance for 240,000?
So moved.
By
Second.
Commissioner Claris, by Commissioner White. Roll call vote. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Looking for a motion on the Dickinson ambulance
So moved.
for 500,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
By Commissioner Claris. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carry. I think that takes care of
And
that.
then Richardson Taylor.
And Richardson Taylor.
I'll make the motion for $10,000 for Richardson Taylor Ambulance Service.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner White. Roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried.
Now we gotta go back towards the bottom.
Okay, which one? Oh.
Dickinson Library and Home on the Range.
Okay, Dickinson Library. Okay. Thoughts? Questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the 50,000 for Home on the Range.
Okay, by Commissioner Franchuk. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, by Commissioner Claris. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried. Dickinson Library. Thoughts, motions, lack of a motion is 0. Do we have a motion?
I'll throw a motion out there for discussion. I'll make the motion to give the Dickinson Library 250,000.
Okay, we have a motion to give the Dickinson Library 250,000. Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Discussion.
Bernie, what do you say?
I'm just not in favor of the way they spend their money, I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna say any more than that, that's.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
or excuse me, Commissioner Claris, you made the motion.
Aye.
Did anybody second that?
I did.
Okay, now Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
No.
Commissioner Marsh.
No,
Chair votes no, motion fails.
That's all my contributions.
Okay, do we have any other departments left to do,
Just health insurance.
just health insurance, okay. I guess, yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with County Park as we did with the Fair Association. Approve a number and we can always go down from that as far as operations, correct? Okay. All right, health insurance.
So was the park?
That was
it-
approved last time.
Was it approved? I thought we tabled that too.
Let me look at the minutes real quick.
We might want to make sure of that.
Yeah, okay.
I think it,
Right? Now I gotta look.
Okay. I had a question.
Here.
I had a question
Oh,
mark.
looky here. Okay, so to table until next meeting. So you did table it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's our bottom number?
So where we at? Where we are right now is 306,520.16,
which includes
which includes Lisa's
a full director position.
salary in
It
there.
includes,
It includes Bailey being moved to 1872.
okay,
So,
but that 120,000 and the 50,000 equipment and fair events, I guess that's.
question I have, so let's just say we approved in this budget, but a salary for a director. Do we need to hire a director then?
No,
No. We left the, for the road department, that position open too.
same way.
Same reason.
Yep. And I would suspect if we approve the number that is there, the 306, that any park event for the 120 and any equipment for the 50 and those kind of things would all come before us as well.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't, other than the road department that has been allowed, or Bailey, you know, for like repair stuff.
No.
You don't really have anybody that's authorized to approve funding requests or anything that could potentially charge out of this without full commission at this point.
Okay.
You just don't have anybody.
Okay, so thoughts on the 306, 250, 16?
You can approve it as presented or proposed.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the 306, 250, 16 by Commissioner Franchuk. Do I have a second by Commissioner Marsh? Any discussions, comments?
So we gonna propose that at that director's position for I think we should probably do that director's position at 80,370.25 instead of.
So at last year's rate,
Correct.
yeah. If we fill it, so that would be, because we don't know what that's gonna look like.
Yeah, I don't think we wanna put that budget, that up for that position when there's nobody in that position.
Okay, so we have a discussion. You want to amend your motion or ask for an amendment?
I'll ask for amendment.
Okay,
Um,
Commissioner,
Which we add to it then?
What we're taking away from it is,
we would change the,
Here, you want it at previous year amount, or do you just want to put an even 80 there? Is that fine?
80, I think. I guess it's not me that's talking, so.
if we just leave it where it's at and just minus 2004-11.11 from 306, 250, 16.
Okay, so 303, 839.05 will be your new
well, yeah.
budget if I change that.
I'm concerned about the fair and parks events for 120K, whether or not that actually needs to be there.
No.
I mean, we're talking about coming out with the additional money for the mill, right? I mean.
Right.
Yeah, that's, yeah, what's our counter there?
I mean,
This basically covers most of the Rough Rider. I mean, 80,000, that goes to Rough Rider.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It's like that mill is supposed to cover all that Rough Rider days and all that, everything, and I'm just not.
Yeah, it's always changing.
It's just a discussion point.
Yeah,
I
we just,
understand
yep,
that.
we just approved an additional 114,000.
so unless you want your general fund budget to be increased by $114,000 by what you just approved, plus the additional contributions that weren't included in that you just approved, you probably do need to take a chunk out of this budget, but that is entirely up to you. It's just gonna show
So
quite an
we did make
increase
quite a
overall.
few
Where do we
changes
get the
today.
best bookkeeping out of this?
Huh?
Where do we get the best bookkeeping to know where the money's being spent?
The most control in
Yes.
here, without a doubt.
Yeah. And with all the changes to the other contributions, we don't really know exactly where we're at today. We'll know Thursday, right?
So one thing you could do is that extra dollar amount you did for the fair, you could go ahead and take out the Fair and Parks event line and then see where the discussions go, and you could always add it back in. I mean, that's entirely up to you.
I just think that we lose where that money's going to if we do this.
Yep.
I mean,
And
yeah,
again, so, go ahead.
we do trust that it's going in the right direction, but without leadership, we don't know where it's going.
No, agreed.
So it is I know again, this is anecdotal, is the additional 114,500, is that a blank check to the Fair Association, or do we have?
As of right now, it is because we just sent it to them.
Well, I mean, we are gonna have a meeting to discuss all of that next Thursday, and it would be my idea that there would be a lot more transparency coming back from the Fair Association, how these dollars are being spent, and those dollars would be available, but have to be requested in a budget or whatever, and have some sort of, accountability, if you will.
That's my technical question. If the Fair Association goes rogue, can they spend all 249 without any oversight from us?
As of right now, yes, because we just send them a check for the dollar amount that you're approving today. We're not milling separately for the Fair Association. It's being milled for under a general fund, but at the start of the year, we send them a check for the dollar amount that you approve from the general fund. We don't have them turn stuff into us, and we start sending them money as they turn stuff into us.
But, I mean, technically, they're supposed to provide us a budget.
They did drop a budget off.
Okay.
Yep, I do have their budget
For 26.
for 26. Yes. They don't have their revenues quite right yet, and, I did provide them a flash drive with their Fair Board information on it, because they didn't have any of their own files. They were on our server. But I do think that you're going to realize that there is a lot of confusion on that side.
There is, I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
That's why we need whoever we
So
put
then-
into this position to have some leadership qualities, because all we have are volunteers from different groups with different special interests. We need somebody that's in there that's,
Okay, so the way it looks to me, we either claw back the last half mil from the Fair Association, 114.5, or else we eliminate line 18 of the 120,000 for fair events. If we want control, we should keep the county money and not
We
give-
claw back out of that mill.
I think you-
put it in here.
I think your best bet is probably to put them back at about that $500,000 amount, leave the budgeted dollars in here, and then if you come to an agreement, you can send them a check for the additional dollars.
I agree.
Without them just expecting a $250,000 check.
so we can send a check for the half of it now and then,
No,
No,
she's saying revise our motion to a $500,000 on the,
leave them at the $500,000.
the Fair
Keep the money in
Association
the park
contribution.
board budget. And then if you come to a conclusion that
So
they're
we're gonna
taking over the position,
change
we'll
this
send them more.
114 or whatever the heck it is here to.
Or do we
to-
claw it
No,
all
the
back?
250. So the 250, bring it back to the half, which is
Right.
about, what did we, I think I
140.
had it in there.
Right.
Well, I'm not.
125,
Okay, so I mean, yeah, I'm 100% in agreement. We want to get some control over the situation. We claw it all back and put it in this budget. So we have a full, I mean,
But then you're not giving them any operating money.
Then we're gonna have to come every time something comes up, which we do anyway, we present our bills, but that ties the hands up quite a bit.
Because that money is also their operating money. The 100 and something thousand is their operating money.
I would be okay going back to half the 250 or whatever it was.
It's like 124.
Okay.
And my only reason for going to that was trying to provide some
Yes.
flexibility of
Yep.
potential or some restructuring of things that are
Yep.
going to happen here.
Yeah, and now we know, I think we still would have that, if we do something wholly different, I think we have flexibility, but I think we're not having flexibility if we just write them a check and they counter everything that we're talking about doing, so,
So you're thinking 124, 500?
yeah, whatever half of what your motion was.
125 or 125.
Yeah.
Easy numbers.
That would be fine. 125, you want to,
Oh, boy, okay, I think we need two motions. One,
We have to renege the last
I
one.
think we should deal with the Fair Association one.
Rescind the first one where you
Okay. I'll
approved
rescind
it
my
and then make
motion.
a new one.
Okay, you'll rescind the 250?
I'll rescind my motion of 250,000 to the Fair Association.
Wait, we're on the salary.
Yeah, you have this motion on the,
Do we have a second on that one?
No,
yep, Franchek motion, March 2nd. Right?
then it opened for discussion and
And then, yes.
then I asked to
Okay.
go back to the 80,370.
Oh, it's getting late. Let's move to table this motion and then go back to the Fair Association and then come back in and act on your
Okay.
motion.
I didn't have a motion, that was
Oh,
a
okay.
discussion.
Okay,
So Franchek motion to approve the budget at 306, 250.16, and March 2nd. And then this was all in the discussion. So
Got
we
it.
have to deal with that.
So don't we just vote it down and then start over?
well, actually, we could approve this one and then go back in the Fair Association and renege that one or change that one. Because the 306, 250,
is what
But
you
we're
guys
gonna
want.
change it,
Essentially.
if we're gonna change it to 125, this number's gonna change.
okay,
The park board motion for 306, which is what you guys are discussing right now, is what you want on the park board. And then we
Yes.
can go back.
But I thought we
and
were gonna go
change-
125 for this, parks and events and 125 to the,
okay.
It would still be that.
No.
This is just in park board. Is that what you mean?
Actually, it's what Bernie's question is, are we changing the 120 to the
120.
125?
125.
Oh, okay. Let's go back over there.
So, but our motion is for 360
So
to
that- that-
1516.
If we're gonna change this to 125, that number, either we change in the motion or we vote it down and do it over.
If that's the wishes,
Or he can rescind his motion.
he can rescind his motion
can
or
do that
amend his motion to include 125.
Yes, that's what I was just saying, yeah.
Get all that? We're gonna give Commissioner Franchuk great liberties right now.
Rescind it and start over.
Rescind it and start over? Okay,
Okay, I rescind my motion.
Okay, with the second, with rescind?
sure.
Okay. Do we have to act on that one? All in favor of the motion to rescind, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Okay, so now we'll
Substitute
put you
motion by Commissioner Franchuk.
You want that line changed to 125? I just want to make sure that.
I think that's the
what I would like to do.
consensus.
Okay,
We're-
so
We're
125.
going back to the,
And then
to
after
the
this,
mill
we'll-
levy for the fair board or not?
Yep.
yes, then after this, so let's approve this and then,
So I changed, just so we're on the same page, I changed Lisa, the salary for 80,370.25 per Corey.
okay,
Okay, and then I moved that line for fair and parks events to 125, and that puts your overall budget at 308,839.05. Is that what you wanted?
okay, let's ask Mr. Franchuk.
Can you give me that number one more time, please?
308,831.05.
39.05.
What is the salary at the top? The top isn't on there. Can you scroll
Oop,
down?
Yep, right there.
Yeah. Changing that. Okay. Can scroll back up then.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the park board budget for $308,839.05.
okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Marsh. Okay, any other discussion? Lively, thoughtful? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
30839.05. Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Okay,
now let's go back to
and
the
let's go
Fair
back and
Association.
redo the Fair Association. Commissioner White, you want to make a substitute motion on that, or? Oh, we have to rescind it.
That was my
Okay.
motion. I think it was my motion
Okay, so
originally.
are you-
Commissioner Claris rescinds his motion,
Okay.
$250,000 to the Fair Association.
Okay, do we have the second?
I'll second.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, motion to approve, all signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion to rescind is approved. Substitute motion. Commissioner Claris. What is it? 124,500 is the number we're talking about,
Or 125. if
or
you-
125.
Mr. Chairman, I'd make the motion to approve $125,000 to the Fair Association.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner White. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes. Thank you.
That was exciting.
Kind of got a little
I'm sure Lana
sidetracked
will
there.
love to send you a thank you after that.
Mr. Roberts of Robert's Rule and Order is just spinning in his grave right now, I can tell you that. Okay, let's go to something easier. Exempt module.
insurance.
Oh, shucks.
Sorry.
What?
The insurance.
That affects our
Health insurance-
budget.
Health insurance.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Yep. Joetta sent out a
Yep. Of what our dollar amounts are here, along with where we're at. Honestly, as long as you guys are okay with this, so it is with the years of service in mind here. There's no way that I'm going to be able to predict how many people are going to swap between plans or anything like that, okay? Based on what I have in there currently in your preliminary budget, covers overall what the plan would cost us, okay? Now, whether or not people swap or you decide to add a new employee, I cannot predict the future, okay? So when this comes, as long as you're okay with the system that sets up, because it is wind up being a 14% increase once you add in the years of service in there, okay? But employees will be able to decide if they want to move from that health plan that you set up to the high deductible or what they wanna do here in open enrollment. So this is what you have currently, and this is what you agree to with the years of service in, to give you an idea of what we're looking at.
Okay, did we approve this as submitted to
Well,
us?
you approved kind of I think in your minds, it was an increase of
7%.
7%, but once you add the years of service in here, we want you to be aware that it is going to be an increase of more like 14%.
And we also approved the years of service concept?
You did. I would say the only other thing that has been kind of worked out on here is for the high deductible plan, you have, if your years 0 to 4, it's a matching. Okay, so 0 to 4, it's a matching. Once you get to year 5, then it's actually not a matching, it's automatically given, is kind of what the discussion was. Because as of right now, you don't really have an incentive for years of service in your high deductible plan that you do in the regular plan. And the commission can do what they like with it. This was just what Joetta was proposing.
Thoughts, questions? I guess the question would be, did she answer that additional dollars? Is that the 1,226, 371.16?
It is, but I do want to say that if you add all of my insurance lines together, I'm like right there within $1,000, okay? But I'm just letting you know as a commission that at the end of the year, if somebody is added or switched plans,
It's gonna change.
But
it
yeah.
might change.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
not my question. Conceptually, we said 7%, and you had a number, that's what I'm looking for on that spreadsheet where we had those options. And does the plan we approved, the 7%, what was the dollar amount on that? Is that close
Oh,
to
is
that?
that what you're saying? Okay.
Close to the 1,226,
Let me see here.
huh? I
I
can't,
can check here.
yeah. If I didn't want to find it, I would find it.
I think that was last meeting, correct?
Yes.
The 16th? Okay.
Yes.
Let me open up that packet real quick. Okay. Okay. So you would have to add those two together. So I was actually a little bit higher
Before.
with the 9% is what I estimated, right?
Yes.
So I was a little bit higher. But I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't actually change it, even though I was a little bit higher.
Yeah, but that's not the sheet I was talking about. I'm talking about the sheet that Joetta had that had the various options with
remember
the
that.
different buy down or deductibles.
Oh, okay, let me go to that page, right?
There you go, right there.
Is this the one you're thinking of?
Yep, so what was the last column and cost estimate?
Because you agreed to the 1250, right? Okay. It was 9 on here just for, now this isn't including the high deductible plan. So 984, 738.24. Plus your high deductible plan. Would that have that in there? Let me see here. Oh, maybe she included that in here. I don't think she, I wouldn't, I don't think she included that in here. 984, 738. The high deductible plan.
So that's my question. Are we going from 984, 738, 25 to 1226, 37?
But that amount is before you agreed to the years of service. Too.
I'm just wondering, did we have a budget, estimated budget amount for years of service cost?
Nope. This is your years of service, because you just made that decision on at the last meeting. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? So do we even need action on this?
I don't think you do, as long as there's no other questions on this. I just wanted to go over it because Joetta's not here and make sure that everybody's okay with. Are you okay with the HSA stuff with 0 to 4 years? You know, they have to match it, whereas if after 5+ years, this was her suggestion, she said we could do it in the portal. Yeah.
On the email,
HSA one.
are you talking about the email that was sent out on October 1st, right?
Yes, that one, Cory.
Yes.
So the HSA would be the only part. You guys agreed to the years of service, and so now we have that dollar amount, but the HSA part, 0 to 4 years up to 1,000 matching or 500 single, but it's matching. And then after 5 years, it's not matching because that's where your years of service comes into play. So if the county, if you're on a family high deductible plan, the county automatically contributes $1,000. And then if that person only wants to contribute 500, that's their choice. They don't have to go to 1,000. That's where this came into play. So that is the part that you will have to decide on.
So the new perk, if I contribute 500, if being single, right, the county would give 500. Is it a match for match or?
It currently is a match for match.
Okay.
Yep. So after you've been here 5 years, then you don't have to match it if you don't want to.
Not a benefit dollar-wise, you would, I guess it only would be a benefit if someone didn't match it, I guess.
I like the HSA, if somebody's gonna, you know, if we're gonna contribute to it, somebody should match something.
It's not costing the county any more money to do it this way. It wouldn't, unless somebody didn't contribute $1,000.
So
to
after
their
year
family.
5, if I don't contribute $1,000 to my HSA as a family, the county's gonna still give me $1,000.
Yes. But there's
Plus,
no.
after 5 years, they get 85% of the premiums are paid.
No, that's for the regular plan.
Not the high deductible.
Your high deductible.
Oh, this is for the high deductible.
Yep, we're only discussing the high deductible right now. Yep, so currently, your years of service that you decided to do incorporate into the insurance, there is no benefit to people who are
Correct.
on the high deductible plan. This is giving one perk to years of service in the high deductible plan by not making the match required.
And that's
Yeah.
$1,000 per year for
For a
family,
family.
500 for single,
Yes.
after 5
You
years.
can still match if you want to.
Mhm.
It's just not required, is what
Okay.
she was saying.
I know we did discuss that. And that's the only thing that is an action item?
Yeah. Other than you guys seeing that it is gonna be an increase greater than 7% with the years of service incorporated in there.
But also, a lot of people, a lot of younger people probably will choose that higher deductible.
I mean, not
And
necessarily.
They're not going to as frequently to the hospitals as people to my left. So,
Hey,
Yeah, personally.
I wasn't.
what are your wishes?
We need to move forward then with this motion and make a motion to just as proposed in this email or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
I'd second it.
Okay.
Can I ask a question about that? Is it one, you get $1,000 on your anniversary? Or you get $1,000 spread out throughout the year for a family?
I think since it starts at a beginning of a fiscal year, correct? And we're still talking about 2026 fiscal year. I think, didn't we make some motions last time that this was gonna start at the beginning of the fiscal year?
I don't think so.
On
We
some of
went
the-
anniversary of employment.
Right, I'm wondering when you get the $1,000, right? I think there was some discussion Joetta had mentioned getting, like for a family, the HSA, you get the $1,000 on the date of your anniversary, where now we're matching it monthly. So like, that's a question. So you could give someone $1,000 on their anniversary and they could quit 3 months later and you would be out some of that, right?
Yeah, I
But
think we should-
That's a choice you make, I mean,
And do we have to pay that $1,000 in at the beginning of the year?
no, you
When-
can pay it any time, to my knowledge.
Can we accrue it over time, a period?
Well, you could.
So that,
do-
you know, because we're asking right now for the first, for a family, the first 5 years or 4 years, that you contribute 1,000, we match 1,000. Do we put 1,000 in and then,
No, we match, I have that, right? So I put $100 a pay period in. You
Correct.
matched it $100 a pay period till you got to 1,000, then it was over.
there we go. Okay, that makes sense.
So, but for those that are now 5 years and over, you're going to give $1,000 without, maybe, maybe I don't match anymore, but you're gonna give me $1,000. Are you gonna give me $1,000 on my anniversary date, or are you going to try to spread it out of our pay periods? How are you gonna do that?
What's easiest for you?
Huh?
Well,
What's
it's all
easiest
just,
For you?
Well,
$100 a month is the easiest, I would think.
you have to prorate it.
That's not even.
I know.
But,
I know that.
I mean, I don't care either way. I just want some clarification, because that will definitely come up of, do we do it on the anniversary date? Potentially the easiest, but you run a risk of somebody quitting 2 months later and they got $1,000.
yeah.
So you
I think
is
it
what
should,
is.
it should
You pay
be,
them behind, like after your service is over, you get that $1,000 at the beginning of the year for last year.
I mean, I guess you could do that, but then you'd have to do that for the health insurance too,
I know,
right?
yeah. Okay,
That
whatever.
would get confusing.
It's already confusing.
It is, very, right?
Lana, what do you think would be the easiest and best way to do this? Maybe you just need to give your recommendation.
That's what I was
if I'm
asking.
or
understanding
put the
this.
$40 per paycheck in, and that covers the 26 pay periods for the year.
Benefits on 24 of them, so.
Yeah.
But does that make any sense? And I only ask this because what if halfway through the year you need to use your matching, you want to use your money, you need your money. Let's say 6 months in, and then what, you don't get that money because,
What if you get it in January and
Yeah, but if you're
February you
matching,
decide to
don't get
quit?
it either,
Yeah.
6 months into the year.
I mean, you have to have earned.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what?
Forfeit? Could they forfeit, if, let's say they quit, give them $1,000 up front, right, for the year, could they, in let's say 6 months down the road, they quit?
Yeah.
Can
You have
they
no-
forfeit?
No, it's already in the account.
you have
It's
no
in there.
control over their HSA.
It's in their personal account already.
So I would say take it throughout the year, that the benefits come out of their pay.
Spread it
Correct.
per paycheck.
That's probably the fairest.
Yep.
I understand, you know, they might have something that comes up that's $1,000 and they want to use their HSA.
But then, here's a confusion to that, right? So I match I get, you're gonna match my $100 pay period for 0 to 4 years, right? So 4 months in, I'm maxed out at my $1,000. Now, with the longevity benefit that you're offering this way to do $40 a pay period or whatever, it would take me a whole year to get to that. Do you see that?
We're back to the first 1 to 5 years, right?
Yep.
So I would say if I put $1,000 in March, or
Yep.
January, you match my $1,000, right? That I'm gonna be in there, because you'll match, it's 1,000 for 1,000. year
Okay.
1 through 5, right?
Yeah, yes, by monthly, right?
Yep.
Somebody's putting something in a month, yeah.
But if I say I'm gonna put $1,000 into 3 months, and you're gonna match me that $1,000, and it has to be within 3 months. The same period that I'm putting it in.
Okay,
Because them benefits, I mean, or when they sign up for their HSA, how much they're gonna put into that account every month.
so.
I mean, you can change it, but.
So we could, well, right, but pretty soon it becomes like very hard to manage this, but we could do, we could do matching, years 5 and up, matching or per pay period, whatever fills up your bucket faster, but that becomes very hard to manage. So
What's easiest to manage, Lana?
the easiest to manage is to leave it the way it is, and that may not be the most popular option, but you're already getting, I already get, speak for myself, I already get a family HSA paid 100% in full, and I get $1,000 matched into my HSA. The easiest would be to leave it alone and not offer this
Unmatched.
where you don't have to match the HSA. That would be the easiest.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any dollar amount change to me, because I'm gonna put money in there that you're gonna match, right? The only time it makes a benefit to our staff is if they wanted to stop contributing, you would still put money in there. But that may not be the popular opinion, but that's gonna be the easiest way to manage this. I don't know. Kim has that. Kim's on a single. Are you gonna stop contributing and matching?
But that's one
I don't
individual
know.
too, and I still have
It
my
depends.
HSA.
Well,
And-
but who's gonna manage that?
Right, exactly. I mean, it's more or less if I decide to stop matching it, then I have to let you or somebody, well, no, because the HSA is not considered like this.
Right. But, I mean, whatever you guys choose
So
to
when you
do.
set up your HSA through your benefits, you go in there and you say, I, Corey, I want to contribute, for example, $1,000 this year, take it out of so many paychecks,
Yes.
right? That's how
Yes.
it's done.
Yes.
I still have my HSA. Second of all, then that gets over to whoever takes care of benefits.
Okay.
And make sure that is noted and taken care of, because ultimately on your HSA, you can stop paying on your HSA anytime you want.
Anytime, that's
So,
correct.
if I say in January, and then it goes to payroll, and then if I say, in January, I get my $1,000, and I'm set up to put $1,000 in throughout the year, in February, either I get terminated or I quit, and the organization's giving you your $1,000, well, they're out that money.
That's right.
It's
If you
not
did a lump,
prorated, it's nothing, but prorating it along the way, so if an employee leaves, they leave with what they contributed to,
yes.
right? That would probably be the most fair way to do it.
Yeah, you have to have earned, in my opinion, the match. We just don't hand out, we do enough freebies, so.
Well, I think if the commission wants to decide if they want to figure out how to prorate this, or if they even want to do it at all, if they're fine with us doing 100%, leaving it as is, that's kind of what your decision is.
Okay. Thoughts, either. Leave as is. Commissioner Franchuk, you had a question or no?
Just that my motion, I probably should rescind it by all these changes you're making.
Yeah.
Want to start back in 2024?
Yeah, I'm gonna start back over. I rescind my motion.
Okay. You have a substitute, well, did somebody second this? Or did we
think
go
Corey
direct
did.
into questions? Okay, do you have a substitute motion?
Did you second it, Corey, or not?
I did this email, but we did not talk, I can rescind that as well.
Okay, so let's move on with the substitute action, if any is required.
What was your feedback? Yes.
Mine was that I think you have to have earned the contribution, and we can't do it. And I don't know if that's where we are now, how that works.
And I don't think so.
You have to match it, is where we're at now.
Yeah,
Right.
so mine,
But you also have to have earned it. we don't go in advance and then you work up and match it. and
Right,
then go
as
up.
you match, we match the dollars.
That's the current
That's what
way.
we currently do it.
I'm fine with that.
Okay?
Okay? Anything further on insurance? Such a simple, uncomplicated conversation.
I know.
All right, can I move on to exempt module? Natalie?
Natalie Wandler, Stark County Tax Director. The state now has a new project for us to keep track of all exempt properties, from cemeteries to churches to nursing homes to hospitals, any residential exemptions that the county would offer, any commercial exemptions, all farm exemptions, including all farm buildings. And so if we get this module for our software that we already have, it's $2,025 for a year, and then $425 of that would be a yearly maintenance. What it would do, we could put the information into our software. When we go to export out our values, we wouldn't have to go in and clear all them out. It would just give us our regular parcels. It's just a good way to keep track of all these parcels. Eventually, maybe the state will get rid of farm exemption, and I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. I really don't know what they're doing. But it's a lot of work for us to get 4 months worth of,
Yep.
I mean, so that's my ask. And we would need it like right away so that we could get working on this before, not for next year, for this year.
As portfolio, it's my recommendation we grant her the software and the service fee.
I'll second.
Okay, I would have made the motion. Okay. Motion, second, any discussion?
Can you amend your motion to say where you want to take it from?
Well, she has it in your, do you not have money in your?
Well, this is
soft-
part of
Budget.
IT,
This
so
is
it goes
Well,
under our
Out of IT.
Yep.
Great.
And
Okay.
what's the dollar amount?
2025.
Okay.
Okay. Roll call vote, Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. IT Special Fund Reversal, that sounds interesting.
Sounds like
Go get another.
Jeremiah Kirkpatrick, IT Coordinator. So, basically what we had here, we got a statement of work from Soft Choice to do our migration Office 365. They refused to comply with the CGIS regulations. And now we're wanting to put the money back that we pulled out for the special fund.
How
So
much?
the auditor's office has a request of this. If you put the money back, can you please just make your motion to say, to put the money back from the funds that they came from? Because it's very confusing.
Right.
So, how much money did we pay them initially up front?
We paid the licensing fee and that's it. I didn't send them.
Don't know, do you know the dollar amount on that?
$37,098.95.
And so haven't asked for any other payment since they've refused to work.
They
with CGIS?
have, but I didn't pay them until we got going on this and they decided they weren't gonna do the CGIS, so I haven't given them any money for it,
So
that part of it.
You're looking to do a reversal on this and put the money back where it came from?
Yes, and that 37,000 can go into licensing, cause that's what it was used on.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Claris, motion by Commissioner White. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passed. Anything else, sir?
That is all, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Vision Zero contract.
This is just like the contract you guys signed back in, I don't know what it was, May, June, July, something like that. It's just for the new fiscal year, so
Okay.
just asking you to approve it.
Commissioners, it was a separate attachment in your email because it was like 30-something pages. So if you're looking for it,
I'll make the motion to approve.
By Commissioner Claris,
Second.
By Commissioner White. Any other discussion, questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none. Is this individual? Because it costs us money.
Roll call.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes. Thank you. MOU on elections or Secretary of State, Karen.
So the Secretary of State's office sent the county a memorandum of understanding going into the election year. It's an updated one. We are also updating our JPAs with the cities and the schools. Amanda did review it, but I haven't had time to go back through the century codes yet to see where her notes are from. So this is for the Secretary of State with elections, an MOU with the Secretary of State's office for the equipment, because the state does own our election equipment, and the auditor is the custodian of that equipment. It is not owned by the county.
They pay us rent to store it?
They sure don't, no.
Okay,
We have nice cabinets.
Can I get a motion for approval?
So moved.
By Commissioner Claris, second.
Second.
By Commissioner White. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you. Coroner's done. Delinquent property sales pricing. Here we go. Here we go.
The only comment I had was, these are the properties, a couple things. They are allowed to redeem their property if they pay all 3 years of taxes owed or, specials by that auction date of November 18th. They have to pay all of them though. But as of right now, this is where it sits. The only thing I did with the auditor recommended minimum sales price is I just took what the delinquent taxes are along with the specials owed, because those are things we have to pay off. And just added in a little bit more for penalty and interest. And that's where my recommended price is from. The other two that we have is we actually discovered when we were going through them that the two properties of under Richard and Terry, I think it's Dom, those, they were listed as like lots. But we had Natalie look into it as well. They are not actually lots, they're access roads from old oil-filled locations. I mean, the one is literally, the lot is the road. So we would like a motion from the commission on those, separate from setting the prices, to eliminate the taxes and make a zero value because they don't have any value because it's just a road.
It's in Maryville subdivision, right?
Yes, and it's on the north end of Maryville subdivision. They were actually part of the plat, so it was like 33 feet of lot 3 and lot 4. And they actually, when Dom's bought their property, they actually deeded them these 66 feet, 33 in each lot. So they technically own it. Now that they're letting it come back to the county, I think we just need to make it a road and get rid of that value, because
It is a road.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
road, and it's an access road for all them people that live up in behind there now that never did before. So it's not just an oil well up there, it's like several lots now that
I
are,
see where there's at least 2 houses that are up there, that's
Yeah.
their only access.
Yes.
Road.
Well, why couldn't we just do as such and make it a road and take it off the tax roll? Is that
That's what I'm
That's what we're
saying,
asking.
yeah.
Okay.
Just, because, we have a $500 value on there. Now that they came back to the county, unless they would come and pay their taxes, we could just make that a road, and I don't know if we'd have to have a deed or how we would have to do that.
Well, I think
but-
we can handle that down the road, but yeah, I agree. So my question, has the city done anything on valuation of the 137 First Avenue Southwest?
That's what we have for 2025.
99 for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
When was the condemnation done, do you know?
I do not.
Okay. I guess I struggle, not that it wouldn't be whatever, but I guess I struggle looking at a piece of property doing 8,000 when there's 99,000 worth of value. I get it, people didn't pay their property taxes, but with the legislation, I think we've got to do something due diligent wise as far as selling it at market value, whatever that looks like. And then the one on, is there one on Broadway or something? Where's that one? Yeah, that's the same way on the bottom, but that one, oofda. Those would be the two I kind of think we need to get closer to market value, whatever it is. It's certainly probably not the numbers that are on the assessed by the city.
And I don't know if the city assessors ever even looked at them, not knowing that they were on the condemned list, or, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know when the
Does that
city
one
condemned them
include-
to where,
That one must include some specials, I'm assuming.
I mean, I think that Zeller one, I think the parents had been paying it, now they just decided they're not doing it anymore, so.
So if we start charging, and you might have an argument, this, I'm sure you do, Neil. If we start setting some at market value, what would be the incentive for somebody to do their own work of selling their own house? If we can just take it back from taxes and give them the dollars that they would get to sell their house at market value.
Repeat your question.
So how it currently is, you know, this market value is listed, and isn't that supposed to be kind of what they could get on the market, right? What is the incentive for somebody to sell their own house if the county is willing to take it back and go through that entire process and then list it, sell it for market value, and then send them the proceeds?
Because I think,
That's my question.
Well, first of all, we have a statute to deal with that has some language in there that forces the hand. But if I'm a property owner, I'm gonna run at the risk of what the county does to get my money. I probably don't deserve to own a piece of property, but, yeah,
I see what you mean, but I do not think there's many people out there like that, that would let the county sell it
Yeah, I
for
mean,
a
it's-
loss
it's- yeah.
and market value and.
because this is the
But there
the
might be-
statute that we, fought was, hey, when we get properties back that actually have equity, it's offsetting the money we lose from a county's point, and we kind of lost that argument. And I don't want to fall into a trap with that. So my point would be, it may not be 99.9, but whatever the number is, we should put a valuation on that. And I guess I would either have your department or work with the city and get a current updated number so that we can get it. It might be half that, it might be a third of that. But
Yeah, and they're all residential, so I mean, I can work with Deb and see what,
Okay.
you know, what they would,
yeah,
if they
we
would
got
go
too
look
many
at them and
bottom
just see.
feeders that are gonna take advantage of these people,
Yeah.
and I don't think,
So just on them too, though?
the Broadway and the 137.
Yep, I can do that.
The rest of them, I'm fine with. I accept the recommended value.
Even the one in, is it Taylor, I believe, that Hebron Properties?
Where are we at there?
So we did
Richardson.
hear,
That's in
it's in
Richardson, okay.
Richardson.
Okay.
We did hear from the Richardson city auditor, that property is gutted in the inside. They were going to redo it, and they gutted the inside and everything, and then they just kind of walked away. So, I mean, it's our best guess, right? Because we can't go into the property. I guess we could now that Stark County has a deed.
And that one has specials, Dean. So,
Okay.
so the 27 to me is fine.
No, he's talking about the one above it. Not the Taylor one. the
Oh,
one
that
above
one's
it.
in Richardson.
It's in
I
Richardson,
gotcha.
yep.
I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at that one as well. But that doesn't accomplish what you're looking for today in a motion, is it?
Nope, you're not accomplishing absolutely anything.
Nope. So can we do this motion all as one? Or do they have to be individual for each property?
I think you need to go through and assign whatever the commission wants to approve for minimum sales price. Because where this goes is we have to send this over to the cities, and then they have a public hearing on, that was that public hearing that's coming up on October 16th, where
Okay.
the cities receive those letters and they can come in and talk about those properties.
Okay.
And once we establish the minimum sales price, there is a definite time period to change that. Yes, the answer to that question is
It has to
yes.
stay that way for so long.
Well, I mean, we can change it, but you have to advertise it,
Right.
you know, re-advertise, you can make those recommendations.
So I
but-
think the only recommendation that I'd make on this here is on the Dom property, we have to assess some kind of dollar amount, I
No,
believe.
we want that one to be eliminated.
Altogether,
And make
but it's
zero.
still, it's it's a road into a lease pad, right? An oil well pad?
No, there's houses back there.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
Yes.
when they platted Maryville subdivision, they didn't make a road through that north end. So it was never platted, so then when Dom's moved back there, they had to give them access, so they gave them 33 feet of each lot on
Okay.
both sides for a road. Well, when they gave the property over to the new owners, they didn't include that in their property, so they still own that 66 feet of them two lots.
Okay.
So it should be a road. It needs to be a road. If they don't come and pay it, then we can just make it a road and it'll be,
It's a road.
it's a road.
Everybody
Everybody
if you look at
uses
the
it.
picture, the one lot is literally the road. Like it's not even it is the road. And that is their only access. So for those houses that built behind there, that's their only access.
In there.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no recommendations then.
I'll make a recommendation. I can even make a motion. Maybe not.
Do you want me to try and get them three properties
the-
by Thursday when you guys have your short little budget meeting and
Is that
see
too
if,
late to notify the city if we do it 2 days
Well,
from
we're
now?
notifying the city after you guys decide
Can we do
this.
this on Thursday and still notify the city, giving them sufficient time to come in by the 16th?
I mean, Deb and I can sit down this afternoon and discuss it and run over and look at that one in Richardson and then, and I can talk to Marcy too over there and just see what's actually there. And then we could have that Thursday morning, then you guys could make that decision Thursday if that works for Karen as far as notifying
If it
everybody.
meets the notice requirements, I'm fine with that.
Would it be helpful though if you guys approved the ones that you're okay with approving, so then you have very few to deal with on Thursday?
Okay. Okay, let's approve them all except for the 137 First, 122C, and 405 West Broadway. Does that be okay?
Okay, so this one.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you. Okay. That was easy. Okay, do we have anything else? Okay, public comments. Did we get a card? Did we get any notice?
I was gonna add one thing. I'm just gonna give a little shout out to Heart River Cougar Golf.
Oh.
This last week. It's a pretty interesting story. Anyway, the girls won the Class B state championship in golf by one stroke over Kindred in the final.
Over who?
Over Kindred. Well, over everyone, but Kindred was the next scorer. They beat them by a stroke. And so there's some really interesting things going on out there at South Heart. In the last 18 years, there's been 10 region championships, 21 all-staters. We've had, this year alone, we had 4 all-staters. We've had, since 2015, in the state tournament, we've had 3 firsts, 2 seconds, 3 thirds, and 2 fourths. So we're, it's pretty great story out there.
Dynasty.
Yeah, we're working on a dynasty out there. We're really creating some great leaders. Some of those girls have gone on to do some great things, from nurses to optometrists to pharmacists, and so anyway, pretty proud of that. was a great scene out there for that state championship. It really was. Yeah.
Good. Anything else? If not, we do have the notice that we are having a public meeting on, not a public meeting, it could be public, October 16th, a reminder at 6 PM of all stakeholders involved as far as what we're looking regarding all,
It is gonna be public, cause there's gonna be a quorum.
we could have a quorum, we have to notice it.
Okay, there's gonna be a quorum, okay,
Could
and you
be.
said 6 PM?
6 PM, October 16th, in the,
I thought you said 6 AM in the other meeting, and I was like, have you seen me at 6 AM?
Thursday meetings at 8 or?
this Thursday's 8 AM, next Thursday 6
It's
PM.
actually- You
Oh,
want
well,
8
the
AM.
next.
8 AM, yeah.
Next Thursday, we have 8 AM.
Right.
This Thursday, 8 AM, next Thursday, 8 AM, and next, or did you already publish the 16th at 9
I
AM?
thought it was already at, I think we had at 9, the
Okay.
16th.
My brain is tired, so,
Okay, so let's just verify this. We have this Thursday.
yes,
We have 8 AM commission meeting.
Yes.
To approve the final budget.
yes.
Okay? And then we have a 6 PM combined meeting on this Thursday, correct, or no, on the 16th?
16th.
Okay, so that's just it for the 9th. On the
But we have a
16th
morning, a 16th
On the
meeting,
16th, we have a 9 AM commission meeting,
okay?
and that's for the cities to come in.
Okay.
And then we have a 6 PM combined board
Yep.
meeting for the
Okay.
park board,
Got it.
correct?
All right,
Okay,
clear as mud.
yes.
I entertain a motion to adjourn. By Commissioner White.
Second.
By Commissioner Claris, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carried, thank you.